Using computer in law enforcement. Introduction. What is a computer? Computers are mechanical, electronic, electromechanical, and electrical devices capable of accepting data, processing them, storing them as the case may be, and producing output in form of information. This means that computers are used to keep data for future purpose. Furthermore, what is law enforcement? Law enforcement is the activity of some members of government who act in an organized manner to enforce the law by discovering or punishing people who violate the rules and norms governing that society. This law enforcement agency are used to protect the citizen and also punish people who violate the rules governing the society. Definition of computer in law enforcement. Computer in law enforcement refers to the use of advanced computer and robotic systems that can help police officers and any other force to be effective while performing their duties. This means that some of these advanced computer and robotic systems are used to keep criminal records and are also used by the police officer to record interaction with citizens and suspects. Examples of computer technology in law enforcement. 1. Robotic cameras. This means that some of these police officers use these robotic cameras to gather information without placing themselves in the situation, and also some of these cameras provide visual and audio information from a scene before the police officer intervenes. 2. Recognition technology. This software helps to identify several aspects of a person, including their face and voice, and it helps the police officer to easily track criminals and discover their location without being physically present. 3. Shot locating sensor. This sensor works within an area to track sound and alert law enforcement agency when weapons are being fired. Current evolution of law enforcement technology. Law enforcement agency has more access to advanced technology which helps them receive, send, and store sensitive information as well as handling crime data. This means that law enforcement agency can easily analyze crime data and also keep criminal records for future reference. Moreover, artificial intelligence, AI, and wearable technology has also helped in the current evolution of computer in law enforcement agency. Benefit of computer in law enforcement. 1. Easy access to historical data. Computer in law enforcement make it easy to create a database of information that can be searched at any time from any location. 2. Security features for compliance. Software providers help law enforcement not only to maintain compliance but may also provide valuable guidance as they specialize in law enforcement cloud solution. Greater communication and collaboration. The law enforcement officer must communicate with a variety of people on a day-to-day basis, and proper communication and collaboration tools are necessary to streamline this activity and ensure they receive the information needed for the case or investigation. Number 4. Better protection against cyber attack. The law enforcement use some software to reduce the likelihood of cyber attack and can minimize damage if any attack would occur. Uses of computer in law enforcement. The use of computer in law enforcement helps in storing of database, serve as a valuable source of intelligence, and facilitate communication. This means that without the aid of computer, it will be extremely difficult to apprehend criminals. Here are the uses of computer in law enforcement. 1. Computerized crime scene. Computers are used by law enforcement to take pictures of a crime scene for future analysis. 2. Crime summary. With the use of computer, citizens can report crime with ease, and law enforcement can also use the victim's IP address to find out where the crime scene is located. 3. Fingerprint identification. After identifying fingerprints from a crime scene, investigators compare them to a database to see if any matches exist. This means that this technology facilities capture the criminal quick. 4. Locating criminals. Law enforcement make use of a specialized software that has the ability to track and locate the criminals with the aid of map on these devices. 5. GPS and GIS to track missing cars. Geographic Information System (GIS) and Global Positioning System (GPS) are used by police officers to track down criminal activities and also used to track stolen cars with ease. Number 6. Police communication and public monitoring. Law enforcement officers are constantly stationed behind a computer to keep an eye on public space. In addition, law enforcement uses computer as a communications tool. They always use a unique coded language to prevent message tapping by hackers. Number 7. Cyber criminology and fighting cybercrime. To find hackers, police use computer. Moreover, authorities employ specific strategies to apprehend cyber bullies who harass others online. After criminals have been apprehended, investigators gather and preserve evidence on a computer device. 8. To educate the public. Computer and the internet are used to educate the public on an ongoing project to keep awareness image of dangerous or missing person. Number 9. Control traffic. When police are pursuing criminals, computer facilitates the process of apprehending them by the use of technology to block automated routes from a distance and make it easier to apprehend offenders. Number 10. Training officers. Computers are used to train officers before they graduate. A good example is using computer to track down illegal activities such as drug and weapon trafficking. This means that police officers are trained to catch drug lords and weapon traffickers on the internet. The history of computer in law enforcement. Computer has been used in the law enforcement since the 1960s, and some police department has adapted them for record keeping and 911 purposes in 1980s. It was not until the 1990s that they were being used by the majority of police departments in Chicago, New York City, and other cities. The future of computer in law enforcement. Computer in law enforcement has tackled the new forms of crime that are emerging as criminals become ever more inventive in their own use of technology. Computer vision in law enforcement. Robots are clearly useful in law enforcement due to the ability to go into dangerous situations. Moreover, robots have also been developed to climb and also jump over walls in order to avoid the human operators to manually place themselves close to the suspected bomb before they can walk. The market for robots in law enforcement is forecast to reach $5.7 billion this year, so we can be sure that many more interesting cases are likely to be emerged. Number 2. Digital twin. This means that the police can stimulate and assess the response to anything from city-wide emergency to the distribution of resources in order to deal with day-to-day issues such as street robbery and community nuisance. Virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR. VR and AR have a lot of exciting potential, which we are already seeing being put to use to make training and the day-to-day work of police easier. With the use of computer, AR glasses are used to identify suspects and those who are wanted for questioning. AR is useful as it allows officers to remain aware of what is going on in their vicinity. In conclusion, law enforcement can access live feeds from surveillance camera, receive real-time updates from dispatch center, and access databases to retrieve critical information about suspects. Thank you.